Good evening all, getting organised again for another great episode of the Miner's Den Show. Hello Mel, welcome Robert, Joe Gold, thank you for joining, Jeff, Daniel, Wayne, hello Brian, good to see you again, Peter, lots and lots of people getting on to the chat, which is good. Lots and lots of stuff coming up again tonight, which will also be very good. Hello, Barry. Nathan873, howdy. G'day, Sean, how you doing? Jamie, John. Got a fair bit in tonight's show, so it should be a good one, as I said. Gonna be catching up with the regulars, including another update from CBK coming up during the live stream this evening. Hello Norm. Welcome Gary, Robin and Mick. Robin and Mick, welcome to both of you. Silvana, Caleb, Joe, just getting the last bits put together for tonight. Be very interesting. Lots and lots of bits and pieces coming up, as I said before. G'day Mark. Hello John, Froggy, Kirsty, Baby-O. Welcome to you too. Hello Margaret, g'day Donna, Melissa. Now look guys, that's about what I've got time for to welcome you all, and welcome to anyone I haven't mentioned as well. I'm going to go quiet for a moment or so, and then we'll be back with you shortly with episode 227 of the Miner's Den Show. See you soon guys. Welcome to the Miner's Den Show, Australia's most informative prospecting live stream. This is the place for the latest tips, tricks, videos and entertainment for the gold prospecting or treasure hunting enthusiast. In tonight's episode, the Coffee Push Kid shares what he's been uncovering in the UK. We continue our series with the Nocta coin and treasure detectors. We'll fire up the Algo Force E1500 Plus in an area with high EMI. And of course, I'll be giving away some fantastic kit to help you in the great outdoors. Settle in, grab a cuppa. It's going to be another ripper show. I'm Gold Digger Dave. Let's get digging.
There's nothing like the sound of gold under the coil when I'm out there swinging my detector. That signal's so sweet when I hear that beep beep. Couldn't think of many things better. I heard some old tin that nearly got me in, and that piece of lead really had me sweating. But there's nothing like the sound of gold under the coil when I'm out there swinging my detector. All those little rusty nails I've dug to no avail, although the signal didn't sound good. But there's nothing like the sound of gold under the coil when I'm out there swinging my detector.
Well, things have been buzzing again around the dens this week. We've just about got everything lined up for the release of our brand new River Sluice. I'll be taking you through the details a little later in the product spotlight, but I can tell you now it's going to be a very handy bit of kit for those of you chasing fine gold in the creeks. Now here in the creeks around here in central Victoria, the weather has also been, well, picture perfect for getting out with a detector. The ground is soft enough for digging, the days are mild, and there's still a bit of moisture about to help those targets stand out. Of course, we're also keeping an eye on the gold price, and it's been moving up and down a little bit over the last few weeks, but it's starting to have a bit of a rise again, heading back towards the end of this week. Right now, it looks to be settling into a tight trading band again, but with everything going on globally, it's well worth watching closely. So currently it's $5,227 per troy ounce. Well, that works out around about $168 per gram. Well, it's time again where I'm going to give back to our fantastic Miners Den community. This week, we've got something a little special. A set of gold Ghost Town Adventure series maps. Look, these maps are packed full of history and detail showing the locations of old ghost towns and abandoned diggings. The perfect reference if you're planning your next prospecting or treasure hunting adventure. Tonight I've got 2 sets to give away. Well, I've got 4 copies to give away. One set or one of each to our Facebook friends and one for the crew watching on YouTube. So that's actually 2 copies of that book, so 4 winners all up. All you need to do is drop a comment in the feed whilst we're live and keep watching to see if your name comes up a little later in the show. Good luck and happy prospecting and treasure hunting. In our first video for the night, we're going to check in with the Coffee Bush Kid, who has been over in the UK on his latest adventure. He's been swinging the coil through some very historic ground and has already turned up some cracking relics. Let's see what he's uncovered in this latest week.
G'day folks, I'm the Coffee Bush Kid. Oh, for the second instalment of What Have I Found, we are going to have a look at what I got at one of the detecting rallies that we attended. So, strap yourself in and let's have a look at what we've got. Well, here's some of the finds that we got at the rally. I'm going to start off with this one, and it is a maker's plate. I only dug it out with the scrape of the foot. It does say Petter, Ironmonger, Yeovil. So where we were detecting at the rally wasn't very far from Yeovil. So that was just a nice little close find that we found. Quite happy with that one. There was not a lot of stuff to be got off the fields, I can tell you actually. Some people were really, really lucky. I unfortunately wasn't, but we did get some interesting stuff, much like this. And it's a lead thing. You go, great. No, this is actually a Roman lead stylus. Now they would have used this for writing in wax or in fact even on slate. But you can tell by the pointy end there, they weren't bent. It was supposed to be straight. This has potentially been hit by a plough or bent over by something. But that is a very, very old piece of lead. I was quite happy to find that. I have found others in the past, but this one will be making its way home with us. We've already done the license for it. This little thing here, that is a strap end. So we can see here in the, right in the edge there, that's a rivet. And there probably was another one there. And yeah, that would have been squashed in between a piece of leather just to have a end on your piece of leather, stop it fraying. You can go through your belt, everything like that. It's a very, very fine piece of copper alloy. But yeah, it was an interesting find nonetheless. What else have we got? Now, I've got 2 left. These are the rippers. Now, have a look at that. You go, yep. I have been informed that this is part of a Roman fibula brooch where the spring end is. So a fibula brooch has a long bit with a bit that goes over the top and a pin and a catch plate. This is up the front. But actually, if I do that, that is very, very thin enameling. Orange, green, brown, that would have been in some sort of design. I reckon that is pretty neat. Now, as I said once before, I've been swinging the legend with the LG24. Very happy to have found this. And I was also happy to find this. You go, that's a cut in half musket ball. You would think that until you start to see those dimplings. So we've got 4 of those there, and you can see them now nicely, but I also did spot just recently, there's some more underneath. One there would have been another one there. This is the top of a Roman pin. So Roman, Tony, Roman. That's a cracking little find. Now I got that at, it must have been about 4 or 5 inches in depth. So very, very happy with that. Yeah. But as I said, it was a tough gig. There were a lot of people that didn't find stuff. Some people did find some great stuff. Unfortunately, I wasn't in the great stuffy thing, but you know, still, there's some interesting finds there that'll make the cabinet look quite good. Anyway, enough of that. We had a couple of questions asked in the feed. Now, one of them was taking a detector on the plane. If you have something that has batteries, it must be in your carry-on. So that's, you know, whatever breed you've got of machine, the control pod will have an inbuilt lithium battery that goes in your carry-on, so it's got to come off the shaft. Headphones are one that escapes the radar, but of course you've got inbuilt batteries in those. If you've got any power banks or other battery sources for your detector, that must be in your carry-on. All the rest of the stuff that is non-batteried, just put it in your suitcase. So, shaft of your detector or your coils, except if you're playing with the Deus, or your digging gear, make sure you do put your hand digger in your suitcase, not your carry-on. A dim view will be taken. So yeah, as long as it's all the battery stuff, goes on carry-on, all your other detecting gear, in your case, in the hull of the plane, off you go, have fun on your holiday. The other thing that we need to discuss is export licenses. So I'm over here, I find stuff. As long as we fill out the export license for something that's over 50 years old, then you can carry it back. Now, if it is more than 10% of a precious metal, so silver, gold and the like, it must go to the flow, so the fines liaison officer. They'll check it all out, and eventually it will come back to you and go, yep, no worries, you can have that, unless it is deemed treasure. So even a silver coin, so you find a hammered that's got a hole in it, that's actually potentially been made into jewellery, therefore that is treasure, therefore that must go off to a fines liaison officer. They'll suss it all out, let you know one way or the other. If you can keep it, all well and good, it comes back to you. If a museum says, actually, we wouldn't mind that in our collection, you will be paid for it, but half will go to you, half will go to the farmer. So, yeah, it's a fairly fair enough thing. So, yeah, and it doesn't take much to do. Just fill out your licenses, follow the prompts. There are helpful sections there. People will get in touch with you if need be to answer your questions. Do the right thing. You've got nothing to worry about on the way home then. Well, there you are. There's my finds, and I hope that that has answered some of the questions that's been asked in the feed as well. Well, I'm the Coffee Bush Kid. This is what have I found in the UK, and you are watching The Miner's Den Show.
Well, some great finds there from the Coffee Bush Kid in the UK, and he's still got a few more weeks over there, so hopefully he'll come home with a few of those bucket listers, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he's found on next week's episode of the Miner's Den Show. Now, look, I got a question there in the break from Aidan, who said, the Exceed coils still says notify me. Trying to purchase one as I got an email saying they are back in stock. You know, they were back in stock, Aidan. There was only a very limited number that came in. So unfortunately the three that I got out of this batch were all sold basically the moment I entered the stock into the system. But I am expecting some more in late next week, early the week after. So keep your eye on there, keep yourself on the notify me list, and it'll certainly get you a coil as soon as we can. But they are just drip feeding into the market at the moment, so they're a little bit hard to get hold of. Keep watching, is certainly there. The supply will get better over the next month or so. All right, now it's time to move on to this week's amazing discoveries, and we're heading to the Sonoran Desert in Mexico, where one of the largest surviving gold nuggets from the Western Hemisphere was unearthed. A breathtaking piece of gold known as the Boot of Cortez. Back in 1989, an amateur treasure hunter picked up a basic entry-level metal detector from the local Radio Shack. After practicing in his backyard on coins and bits of junk, he set out into the harsh desert to test his luck. For days, he dug up little more than nails, bullets, and scraps of iron. But one morning, his detector roared to life with a huge signal. Dropping to his knees, he began to dig, and the deeper he went, the bigger the lump of gold became. When he finally lifted it clear of the sand, he held a nugget that looked like no other, 10 3/4 inches tall, 7 1/4 inches wide, and weighing in at an incredible 389.4 troy ounces. Over 26 pounds of solid gold. The nugget's distinctive shape quickly earned it the nickname the Boot of Cortez, after Hernan Cortez, the Spanish conquistador who conquered the Aztec Empire in the 1500s. Comprised of nearly 80% pure gold with traces of silver and quartz, it remains the largest gold nugget ever recovered in the Western Hemisphere, outshining Alaska's biggest by nearly 100 ounces. A remarkable discovery and proof that sometimes even the most unlikely dream can come true with a bit of persistence and a metal detector. So look, that was a story from a little while ago, guys. There may have been bigger nuggets that have come up since then, but it's a great story all the same. Now, we're going to move on to competition time, and it's time to look at the latest entries into Gold Digger Dave's Gourmet Pay Dirt photo competition. So first up this week, we've got an entry from Dean, who managed to pull up a decent stash out of his 950 gram bag of pay dirt, and even scored himself a silver token as well. Okay, so while we're talking about competitions, let's also have a squiz at a couple of the latest, and I think we had a picture of that entry somewhere there. That's the one there, exactly. So got a nice little stash of gold there, Dean. And we're also talking competitions. Let's have a squiz at a couple of the latest entries in our brand new Find of the Month competition. First up, we've got Scott, who was out swinging his algo force and turned up a ripper find. Then a great entry from Jason, who used his Algo Force E1500 Plus to unearth something, well, special as well. Thanks again to everybody who's taken the time to send in their photos so far this month. It's fantastic to see what you're all uncovering out in the field. I'd like to, if you'd like to enter our the Pay Dirt photo competition, it's very simple. You just grab yourself a bag, can, tub or bucket of Gold Digger Dave's Gourmet Pay Dirt, take a photo of what you recover and share it with us on our pinned Facebook post at minersden.com or at minersden.com.au. Of course, you could always scan we could have scanned the QR code that was on the screen, except I didn't add that one in tonight, so we'll do that next week. For the Find of the Month competition, all you need to do is send us a photo of your best recent discovery, along with the Algo Force or Nocta detector that you found it with. Same deal. Upload your photo to the website, socials, or just scan the QR code that is on the screen now. Both competitions are drawn at the start of each new month, and the winners announced right here on the Miners Den show. Keep those entries coming in, and you might just find yourself taking home a $50 Miners Den gift voucher. Okay, it's time now to look at this week's product spotlight, and I'm really excited to introduce a brand new piece of kit that's been designed and built right here in Australia. It's the brand new 8-inch modular river sluice, complete with miner's moss matting in it and aluminium mesh, built tough for serious prospectors. But lightweight and portable enough to throw in the back of the ute for a day on the creeks. The premium matting that goes into it is excellent at capturing fine gold. The aluminium expanded mesh holds the moss firm and traps the larger flakes and pickers. The modular design allows you to add to your sluice and turn it into a high banker without buying a whole new kit. Lightweight and durable, strong aluminium construction, easy to carry but built to last. Quick cleanup. Simply disassemble at the end of the day with the 2 bolts in there, and whether you're just starting out or upgrading, this sluice offers a perfect balance of portability and efficiency and durability. And it's made right here in Australia. Check it out at minersden.com.au or pop into one of the Miners Den Metal Detector superstores in Melbourne or Bendigo. The 8-inch modular river sluice, built for Aussie prospectors chasing Aussie gold. Now, look, it's time to switch gears and get back in the field again. It's in our next clip. We're chasing coins and treasure with the Metal Detectors around an old site, and there's no telling what we might turn up. Let's have a look at that video now. Well, it's a little bit cool side today out here, Mr. Coffee Bush.
It is Gold Digger Dave, but it is beautiful weather to be out. And of course, we've got the Nocta Legend that I'm using with the LG15. You got some of these targets with the triple score with the SC24 core, which is a nice elongated one, the small one. And we have a target down there.
Let me take out that chicken stick and let's have a listen, guys.
Thank you very much. It sounds shallow, Dave, with all that double pipping, but nice numbers. When you get those triple pippings, you can tell that the signal's not very deep, but it's a nice solid signal. You know how I said it was close to the surface?
I don't think I'm going to need the trusty Black Widow shovel here this time, Mr. Coffee Bush.
No. Oh, okay. There we go. That's an electrical connection.
Yep.
So we've got that, we've got copper wire, but there's also a grommet, a rubber grommet there. So that would have gone through something.
Yep.
And that would have been fed in and that would have been on the other side of it. So, yeah. Look,
well, you were correct. It was nice and shallow.
interesting find. Non-ferrous.
Yep.
So we probably may as well go on to the next one.
Absolutely. Okay, well, look, we did mark, I think we marked about 20 targets all up on this site.
Yep.
We have been here before. We've got the next one here for you to have a listen to, so let's run over that one now.
Alrighty. There it is, nice 44. It's not very deep, but we're not getting those triple pips.
Nope.
So there it is, just right there, Dave.
Very good. Let's get in there with the little shovel.
Yep.
Take it out. Take it off the top. Now, we said we didn't think it was too deep here, but
Nah.
just flip that way.
See it already.
And look at that. Straight out of the first shovelful. No need for a pinpointer here, guys. Once again, a little bottle cap. Still showing signs of lots of inhabitants here. We're going to go straight in and dig the next one. Well, targets galore here, Mr. Coffee Bush.
Yep.
2 right next to each other. We'll just get that chicken stick out of the way.
Yep, good-o. And again, another 44. I wonder if that's ominous, Dave.
It could be.
Oh, we're getting 45 in that, but all on the non-ferrous side there. A few bars down. Nice solid numbers.
Well,
There
time
it
to
is,
put the
Dave.
shovel in again, I think.
Yep.
Down we go there. Take out that little bit.
Certainly hope it's not another bottle cap. What's that? Oh, no.
No, not this. No,
We're
it's
still in.
there.
Beautiful. This is good. Oops.
Whoops. Take a little bit up that way.
There we go. Now, just be careful of that one.
Yes, because it has
Glass
obviously
attached.
got glass in it there
So
as well.
there is a bottle top.
Yep.
Taking it from the top.
So we're
Oh,
just
we've got a
gently pulling you out.
Full bottle, maybe? No, we haven't.
No, we haven't. So
Look at that. People will be screaming at me for not having gloves on. But
we have managed to recover it.
Yeah.
Nice solid sounds coming because we've got that roundness to the bottle top and things there. Still had a bit of the bottle to it. Unfortunately, it wasn't a full one.
no, I'm just going to put that there for the moment. We may as well go straight on with this one.
Yep, let's go straight into it now. So I'll take that one out for you, Mr. Cobby Bush.
Thank you. This is a lower 31. Good solid 31. Few bars down, but we are on that non-ferrous side. There we are, Dave, going for it.
Straight into here with the shovel once again.
Yep.
Bit of rock there, so I'll just come to this side.
Oh, nice depth.
Got him out there.
Yep.
Flip that over. About that.
Rightio.
Listen, see if we're out yet.
Oop. Whoop.
Whoops, hang on. I did
Yeah,
see something
yeah,
too.
yeah,
did you?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh,
I think
no.
I think it's done it to us again, hasn't it?
I think it has, Dave. Bother. There we go.
Well, we could really hear the difference in sound between the ring pull that we've got here. It was a much
There you go.
lower tone than what we were getting out of the
Bottle tops?
Bottle tops.
Yeah.
And we did call it before. We had 2 bottle tops in a row, one attached to the bottle, but
Yep.
you can hear the difference in the tones that comes out of the Nocta Legend.
Yep, those were in the 40s. That was the 30. I'm actually running 6 tones on my Legend. That's the way that I want to run.
Yep.
You can run 2 tones, 4 tones. I think there is a 1 tone, a 6, and then there's multi-tone.
Yep.
So I like the 6. That suits me. Anyway,
it.
that's
Very
what we
good.
got.
Another target out of the ground, and look, we're having an absolute ball out here, Mr. Coffee Bush.
Yep, we are, Dave.
I hope you guys are too while you're watching the Miner's Den Show. All right, look, we have been out on that site a few times now, and it's certainly an old house site from everything that we're digging up round the area there. And unfortunately, the times that the Coffee Bush Kid and I have been out there, so far we haven't pulled up a coin or two. We are digging a lot of junk, but sometimes those sites are going to hide maybe a sovereign or a half sovereign. We're going to continue to dig through the junk, minimising what we've got to dig by using the discrimination features on the Nocta range of detectors, and hopefully we're going to come across a coin on there. But we do have some other very exciting sites coming up in the next month or so that we're currently putting the coils in over at the moment. So. Moving right along now, it's time to have a look at Dave's deals for this week, and we've got some cracking offers for you. First up, the Algo Force E1500 Plus. It's the most competitively priced mid-range PI detector on the market. And look, at the moment we've got them going out the door starting at $2,850, including a coil, and that's got the free 20,000 milliamp hour battery. Now, next is also a bundle deal on the Nocta Cruiser, the Gold Cruiser. You can buy it now and you can score a 200-gram set of digital scales, a Walco small pick, a scoop and a 20mm plastic vial. Now, that unit there is an entry-level gold prospecting machine, nice and simple to use, also having a lot of powerful features that you don't find on other similar machines. A great deal going out there with that one at the moment. I think that's currently going out of the $1,075, or you can put it out at $999 without all the kit in there as well. So a great package deal. If you're wanting the cheapest price, then the $999 is available at the same time. Of course, finally, I was talking about our brand new river sluice, the Miner's Den river sluice. It's been built here and manufactured in Australia for chasing fine gold in the creeks and rivers. At the moment, I've got it as an introductory special for the next 7 days, going out at just $269. That's $20 off the regular price. Stock is limited. We have sold a number of them so far, so get in quick while stocks are there. Just head to minersden.com.au or pop in to our Melbourne or Bendigo stores to secure yours. Okay, it's now time to take a look at the calendar update, and the next Miner's Den metal detector demo days are now open for bookings, and we can't wait to see you there. So look, in Melbourne, we've got it on Saturday the 20th of September, 2025. In Bendigo, the demo day is on Saturday the 27th of September, 2025. Look, it's not a training session, so if you've got a machine, this is not the event for you. It's more an introduction to the world of metal detecting. We'll show you how the gear, we'll show you the gear, give you advice, and you'll even get to try out the detectors for yourself. The session starts at 10:15 a.m. sharp at the store, and then we head out to the demo site. And if you purchase on the day, bonus offers and discounts are all about on that day. Afterwards, you're also able to head back to the store for our barbecue lunch with plenty of time to chat with our experts. To book, just scan the QR code on the screen or head to minersden.com.au. And of course, don't forget our training days. Now, if you've got a machine, this is something that you might be interested in. We're running a lot of them now that the weather's starting to get a little better. They're running from Monday to Saturday every week, morning or afternoon, with 3-hour hands-on detecting in the Bendigo goldfields. Bring along your MineLab, your Nocta, or Algo Force machine and learn all the tricks to get you up and running. Miners Den Australia's #1 in metal detector training. In our next video, we'll be firing up the Algo Force E1500 Plus in an area with high EMI, the kind of environment that leaves most detectors struggling with excessive interference. Let's see how the Algo performs in this type of environment. I'm Gold Digger Dave.
I'm the Coffee Bush Kid.
And look how close we are towards the edge of the road here, Mr. Coffee Bush.
Yep.
This is almost, well, it is basically in the gutter that does the drainage for the road.
Yep.
But right in front of the coil, firstly, again, we're seeing that bedrock coming up.
Yep, we got all that.
So that's great little spots for pieces of gold to get trapped. You've got a signal just above it.
Yep.
Let's have a listen and see what we come up with here.
It's just a light one, Dave.
Nice and faint. I'm going to drop it into pinpoint mode. Just press the pinpoint button. Going to come back over the target here. Okay, you can see there we're pulling in around the 20. It varies a little bit,
Yep.
but 2021, it's fairly solid there. Your 2 arrows up, so it should be directly below the centre of the coil there. Let's drop her out of the pinpoint mode, right in front of the coil there, Mr. Coffee
Yep.
Bush. Let you have a scrape.
I really liked this one simply because I was just up above all that stuff there. And I hope I'm in a little crevicey bit there.
And hopefully it's still there. Okay, we've moved it, but that's
Yep.
doesn't really matter because the ground would be shallow in here.
Yep,
Right in front of the tip there, Mr. Coffee Bush.
yep. And do that. Have another swing, Dave.
That's,
Awesome.
Scooped him in one.
Right.
Still there.
Yeah.
Okay, in your hand.
Tink. Bother. That is just a small piece of steel. Oh, is it steel or is it lead? No, it's a small piece of steel. That's
Okay.
a bugger. It was in a good spot.
Was in a good spot, and you've got to expect, guys, as we said, if we're working this close to a road that's been put in, there's a high chance that there's going to be a fair bit of rubbish in here. But underneath the power lines, an area that hasn't been worked before,
Yep.
We'll go on and let's dig the next target up a little further. All right, Mr. Coffee Bush, this is an interesting one. It's on the actual road side of the drainage channel here.
Yep.
And again,
You see that beautiful, nice bit of bedrock here? Now, this is one of my signals, Dave. It did come in as a 00, but it's just too nice an area not to dig and have a check. Just because we say that, you know, 00s are lead, don't discount them, don't not dig them. If it's in a spot that looks really promising, give it a crack, you got nothing to lose.
absolutely, and let's have a listen over it now.
And that's its entirety.
Nice quiet signal coming through there. Going to come over and hover over it here. Now look, I'm getting a different number up than the 00, Mr. Coffee Bush.
Oh,
I'm
that's
getting
all right.
13, 14. So
Good.
a lot happier knowing that it's one of those. Okay, I'm going to come over the top again there for you, Mr. Coffee Bush.
Yeah, I reckon she's just beside there, Dave.
Right, yeah, I'll let you scrape a little bit out.
So I reckon
Oh, nice clay in there.
just down in there. Might just take another little one and we'll just, oh, bloody hell, that's sticky.
Come around from a different angle.
There's a bit of charcoal in there that's now just got me worried.
Yeah, it is looking a little bit like that, but if anything, I think it's probably closer to the, yeah, that rocky looking stuff that you had.
Yeah. Right, so take another one?
Yep, take one more out, I would think.
Right, here we go. Let's see. Oh, bloody hell.
Now that would just clog up your puddling machine.
How's
I
the
think
ground
it's still in
balance
there.
on
Just
it?
let me do a quick ground balance there.
Yeah,
If I'm not sure, guys, I'll ground balance it in.
because that red clay does look ominous.
And it's quite wet. So
no,
it's
no.
probably got a fair chance of the
Yeah.
target being in there.
All right, you better move that.
Move that back a little bit. Pull a little bit more out.
There's some nice slaty stuff looking there. I'm going to get rid of all that as well.
Boy, there it's quite pud clay, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. All right, have a go at that, Dave.
There's no sound in the hole this time, Mr. Copybush.
No. All right. Okay, let's get in there.
Yep, I reckon it's in that clump there,
Right.
is my thinking. Not that bit. Still not that bit, no. Okay, maybe not.
I'm wondering whether it's just the actual clay.
Could be. We might spread it out a little bit more out this way.
Yeah.
Just have a quick listen over it again.
I think because we broke that piece up, maybe. Yeah,
I think it's
signaling
probably just
every
the
clay.
that time.
Ah, bugger. But there is a lot of, have a look at that. There is a lot of charcoal in that red clay as well. So of course, once that gets wet, it just gives you the signals like you, it just gives you the signals like you wouldn't believe. You want me to break that one up?
We just run it over the top. I don't know whether it's something or not there. You just... No, not there.
Can hear it in there.
Yep. Okay, so we've gone over that a few times, so more than likely,
Yeah.
guys, this is just going to be the wet ground there.
Yep.
Lots of clay in it. We're in actual bit of a hollow here as well.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's not a metallic object, but you've got to investigate those. Once
Yep.
we've investigated it, found it's nothing,
Fill
we're
the
going to
hole.
tip the soil back into the hole to refill it. And I'm Gold Digger Dave,
And I'm the Coffee Bush Kid.
and you're watching the Miner's Den Show. Well, there's been some great gold come from the little area we're working there with the coffee bush, even when the older machines, even with the power interference there. So hopefully we're going to get our chance to dig a nugget or two there eventually. We'll just keep working through the targets and digging everything. We are leading a few go by with the 00s on them now, but occasionally we may miss a small piece of gold with that. Now, look, in the break there, I had a question from Margaret who said, "Hi Dave, I was wondering if the Legend machine is very heavy. I use the Equinox 800, so how would they compare in weight?" Look, Margaret, there's very little difference between either of the machines. They're very similar in weight. The advantage you'll find with the Legend machine is that you're going to be able to collapse it down smaller. You've got longer battery life with it. You also find that it's waterproof down to 5 metres, and it's got the 2 coils with it, so it's got the bigger coil as well as the small 6-inch coil. So a great all-round machine at its price point of $1,360 at the moment. It's still got all the extras thrown in with carry bags and digging tools, pinpointer and things like that. It's absolutely fantastic value. So hit up minersden.com.au and you have a look at it there. But yeah, you certainly won't go wrong with the Nocta Legend. All right, now I've got to move now into my questions that came in during the week. So first of all, I got a question from Fuller Gold, who says, "Hi Dave, do you think we will ever get a detector that can discriminate reliably at depth?" Look, hi Fuller Gold, yeah, look, great question. Yes, I do believe we'll eventually see a machine with reliable full depth discrimination. Maybe even one that only reacts to gold nuggets. Could you just imagine trashy sites full of iron junk would suddenly become workable? Maybe it would operate something like a fish finder, showing you the nuggets on the screen and letting you choose which ones to dig and at what depth. The exciting part is that with AI technology, concepts like this are now not that far-fetched. However, until then, we're still stuck working with the current generation of detectors and squeezing every bit we can out of them. Thanks again for the question. And remember, if you've got a question you'd like answered on the live show, then drop it into the feed during the live stream or watch out for our regular call-outs on Facebook and YouTube. Well, just about wraps it up for tonight's episode of the Miners' Den Show. But before we go, it's time to find out who our lucky giveaway winners are. Tonight we had up for grabs the the Ghost Town Adventure Series maps. And it's congratulations now to our lucky winners. So on Facebook, that is Donna M. Congratulations, Donna. You've scored a copy of that book. Edward M. You've also scored a copy of that book. And on YouTube, we have Deanne Y. You've scored a copy of the book. And Dirt D. You've also scored a copy of the book. Now, if I've called your name out there, guys, we'll put the names up in the feed as well. If your names come up there, let Corey know on Facebook that you're a winner, and he will get the prizes sent out to you ASAP. Look, if you missed out tonight, don't worry. We'll have another fantastic giveaway ready for you next week. Well, that is all about what we've got time for on this week's episode of the Miners' Den Show. Before I go, here's what's coming up next week. The Coffee Bush Kid is back with more from his UK trip in What Have I Found? We'll bring you some fantastic deals and competitions. We'll head out again with the Algo Force for another hunt and plenty more. So make sure you join us, same time, same place. I'm Gold Digger Dave. Thank you for watching the Miners' Den Show.
There's nothing like the sound of gold under the coil when I'm out there swinging my detector. That signal so sweet when I hear that beep beep. Couldn't think of many things better. I heard some old tin that nearly got me in, and that piece of lead really had me sweating.